Good morning, children. All these days sending you the voice messages, I was not satisfied whether you are able to understand properly or not. So I thought that let me send my video. How will you like it, or will you be able to understand the chapter properly? Okay, children. The last day we were when I took the class about Nelson Mandela. Perhaps we were have completed page number 9, right? If 19, if I am not wrong. Okay. Now come to page number 20, paragraph 1. All of you, I have sent the PDF of the chapter, isn't it? You open that and you just look into the paragraph. That day had come about through the unimaginable sacrifices of thousands of my people whose suffering and courage can never be counted or repaid. Now, do you think this is only the effort of Nelson Mandela only to get the freedom for the South African country, or to take out the racial discrimination of the people? No, it is of many people who had fought before it. Okay, see, a small example you can take: when you break a big stone with a hammer, right, or with a very strong instrument, what happens is, it is not that the stroke which breaks it has done the work, but most importantly, it is counted all the other strokes which had gone before. That helps in breaking the stone. Okay, not the last one which has broken it. So that is what he feels, that it is not only my effort, but it is the effort of all the other people who have fought for it. I felt that day, as I have on so many other days, that I was simply the sum of all those African patriots who had gone before me. So this day is possible because of the all sacrifices of all the people who fought before me for this racial discrimination and to get the justice for the black people in South Africa, right? That long and noble line ended and now began again with me. So that has come to an end. All those sacrifices had come to an end and now began again with me. I was pained that I was not able to thank them. Now what pains him? That he is not able to thank all those persons who has worked for this before. Why? Because they are not living now. And that they were not able to see what their sacrifices had wrought. The meaning here of wrought is done. What all their efforts had done, they are not able to see it. So that is what pains him, because he believes that it is not his own sacrifice. The policy of apartheid created a deep and a lasting wound in my country and my people. So the apartheid, what is this apartheid system? The political system, the racial discrimination, where the people are discriminated on the basis of their race. Because of this, it has created a wound in my country and its people. People are very saddened because of that. All of us will spend many years, if not generations, recovering from that profound hurt. So it will take many years for us to come out of that type of torture which the white people has done to them. Maybe it may not take generations, but definitely it will take some years for them to come out of it. Okay. But the decades of oppression and brutality had another unintended effect, and was that it produced the Oliver Tambos, the Walter Sisulu's, the Chief Luthulus, the Yusuf Dadus, the Bram Fishers, and the Robert Subuks of our time, men of such extraordinary courage and wisdom. Now, what this type of oppression and what this type of brutality, that means what was going on in those times, in the times of racial discrimination, it has produced people like that. What is the meaning of produce people like that? Now he has mentioned some names over here. What are those people? He is telling that they are extraordinary people. They are the people of extraordinary courage, wisdom and generosity, that their like may never be known again. So such type of persons may not be born again. They have fought for the racial discrimination. They have fought against this apartheid system which was followed in the South African country. Perhaps it requires such a depth of oppression to create such heights of characters. So such type of character, it requires a lot of courage, a lot of wisdom, a lot of generosity which was there in those people. Okay, to reach such height of characters, it needs a lot of courage. My country is rich in minerals and gems that that lie beneath its soil, but I have always known that its greatest wealth is its people, finer and truer than the purest diamonds. So he says that my country may be very rich in the minerals and the gems that lie, or the stones, the precious, what are gems? Precious stones that lie under the soil, but more precious are the people of my country, okay, who are finer and truer. They are more pure than the diamond. It is from these comrades in the struggle that I learned the meaning of courage. Comrades here means friends. It is from these people that we learn the real meaning of courage. Perhaps I have learned the real meaning of courage. This is what Nelson Mandela feels, right? Time and again, I have seen men and women risk and give their lives for an idea. Now, here is an idea. Now, what was that idea? That they have to come out of this apartheid system. People should not be discriminated on the basis of color or race. So this was an idea which they wanted to come out of. People were risking their lives for that. I have seen men stand up to attack and torture without breaking, showing a strength and resilience that defies the imagination. Okay, the ability to deal with any kind of hardship. That is the meaning of resilience. People did not break up. They showed their strength. They fought against this imagination. I learned that courage was not the absence of fear. It doesn't mean that if you don't have fear, that means you're courageous. What is courage, he says? But the triumph over it. When you have an idea and you get the victory over it, that is what is that you're fearless. Okay, you're courageous. The brave man is not he who does not feel afraid, but he who conquers that fear. You say, there was an advertisement, Dar ke aage jeet hai. Okay, what is that? Mountain Dew, right? So, when you are not feeling afraid, the man who does not feel afraid doesn't mean that he is a fearless man. A man who is not afraid of anything means the one who is conquering the fear. He takes control over the fear. That is what is a truly fearless man. Now, no one is born hating another person because of the color of his skin or his background or his religion. Were we born like that? Were we told like that? Or are we born in a place where there are no white people or there is no racial discrimination? No, it doesn't happen like that. Human beings, this is all created by the human beings, that he is black, that he is white, he belongs to the upper class, he is to the lower class, he should be not talked with. So this is what all we have done. God has not created all these things. We were not born like that. People must learn to hate, and if they can learn to hate, they can be taught to love. For love comes more naturally to human heart than its opposite. So when love comes naturally to a person than hate. Hatred is imposed by others. You are learned to hate someone. You are taught to hate someone. Okay? But you start loving someone naturally. Even the grimmest times in the prison when my comrades and I were pushed to our limits. Pushed to our limits means they were tortured like anything. The most saddest times, I would see a glimmer of humanity in one of the guards. That means a ray of humanity. When they were tortured like anything in the jail, he was imprisoned. Nelson Mandela was imprisoned because he was fighting against the apartheid system. So when he was doing that, when he was in the jail, he says, me and my friends, we could see sometimes one glimmer of humanity in one of the guards. Perhaps just for a second, but it was enough to reassure me and keep me going. Why? Why was there that reassurance? Because there is humanity in people. We will definitely win. That kind of hope he had in himself. Man's goodness is a flame that can be hidden but never extinguished. So goodness is a quality which will never be extinguished. It can be hidden for some time. They will be asked to hate people, but their goodness will never go. Okay, so sometimes when they were tortured in the jail, he says, I could see 1 or 2% behaving maybe just for a second, but they sometimes show humanity to us. That kept me going, that yes, definitely one day I will win. Okay.